Hey guys, what's up? It's me Omar from geeksterlabs.com. Today I have a real special video for you guys. This video is of an EXOvault case, and I've been trying to get a hold of one of these cases for a very long time. Probably since the first iPhone 4S came out. I'm not sure which one they started releasing these products. But you probably have seen some of the ads for these cases on various websites and such. But so this is the EXO 16 is the model I have here, and this is, like I said, from EXOvault. And EXOvault is a company from New York. And these cases are pretty much like works of art. They're beautiful cases. These are hand machined, or they're machined and finished by hand, okay? Now these cases are not cheap by any means. This particular case right here retails for $230, so quite expensive. But we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about it. I'll show you the craftsmanship and the quality of this case, and maybe you'll feel it's worth the money, okay? So like the one I have here, as you can see, it comes in a really nice box actually. The version I have here is the nickel / zebra wood. So the wood that's on here is a Zebra Wood Veneer, and then the edge is nickel plated aluminum, okay? So it comes in a really nice little wooden case right here. So just slide this out. Pop this out. As you can see, it does include a screwdriver and 2 extra screws, because that is how it holds your phone in place. There are 4 stainless steel screws in the corners. And so this is the case. And so I really hope it comes across in the video that this is a really beautiful, gorgeous case. Probably one of the most beautiful cases I've ever seen. You can really tell the quality and the craftsmanship of it. And just, if there's something different, I've reviewed other wooden cases before, but there's something really special about this case. If the feel of it, it's nicely produced, it's flush. You can see, there's a video that they have on their website that kind of shows you how they hand machine these, and these are like perfectly flush. You can see the logo right there, EXOvault. So like I said, this one retails for $230, and you can also they have engraving options on the back, and that's an additional $40 if you want to do that. Some of the engravings look really beautiful, really nice. So in the inside here, we just have like a plastic, like a sheet, like a coating right here, to make sure the wood doesn't scratch up the back of the case, of the phone, I'm sorry. But besides that though, they have the end caps here that are nickel, and the Zebra Wood Veneer. And the really cool thing about this is actual real wood. So every case is going to be totally unique, totally distinct. They'll be all different. If you were to buy 2 of these cases, the grain of the wood would be a little bit different because it's actual wood. So like I said, these are created in handmade in Brooklyn, New York. So very nice quality. Let's go ahead and throw it on the phone. I'll show you the accessibility. Okay, so I've installed the phone inside the case, so it's just those 4 screws. So the downside to that is you will have to have the screwdriver with you if you do want to remove the case. So if you're the type of person that likes to swap out your cases pretty frequently, you may not enjoy that because you'll have to unscrew it every single time. But for those of you that like to buy a case and stick with a case for a year or 2 and not have to worry about messing with it, then this probably is the case for you. I will tell you this, guys, I got more attention from people with this case than any other case I've ever used. And it's funny too, because after you use it for a while, you tend to forget, like, you've been looking at it I've used this case for about 2 weeks. And it doesn't quite get your attention for me, because I see it every single day. But you tend to forget, you pull out your phone, you start using your phone, and people like really stopped and asked, like, oh, what is that? Like, what is that? Is that really made of wood? And it really got a lot of attention from people, so it's kind of cool. When the phone is inside the case, I'll show you the accessibility. So the top ports are completely open. You have your standby switch right there, headphone jack. I'm sorry, headphone jack's on the bottom. The standby switch is just one big opening, easy to get to, no problems there. We've got a cutaway here on the side for the volume switches. As you can see, it's slightly cut around the edge there to fit that, and the silent switch is easy to get to. There's the whole edge is open right here, but it's like kind of like there's like a weird angle to it. So if you were to drop it on its side, it's not going to scratch up the side or anything. The whole bottom section is open, headphone jack, lightning connector, the speaker, the microphone, no problem there. The home button is kind of covered up, but there's a hole right here, so that's kind of like a really nice highlight area right there. So there's not really any issues feeling that. I mean, you can easily stick your finger in there and feel the click, and it works fine. There is a little bit of a lip on it right there, so if you do lay it face down, it will not be touching the glass screen. So if you were to put it face down like this, it's not touching the screen at all. The one issue I did notice though, as you see, there's 2 cutaways here, and that's for the camera and the proximity sensors and the earpiece. When I was talking on this, I didn't have any issues hearing people, but there were at times when I was on a phone call that the proximity sensor, which is in here, wouldn't always recognize my face being up against this. So sometimes the screen wouldn't shut off when I was using it. So I would be like accidentally face dialing or pressing mute or the speakerphone or the type of thing when I was on phone calls. So that sensor there is not 100%. It's kind of raised up a little bit, and it was strange enough to where at times when I was using the front-facing camera, I did notice a little bit of a haziness on the bottom of the images. It didn't always happen, which is weird. I'm not sure how that was the case. I think when light is bouncing off the edge of that, maybe you could see like a slight haze. But there were times I took pictures with it with the front-facing camera, and there was no issues whatsoever. And then there were other times I just noticed that there was a slight little haziness to the bottom of the image. If I have any examples of those still saved on my phone, I'll throw them up right now. We get to the back of it, nice opening here for the camera, and the flash has enough space around it so where there's no bounce off on the flash when you take pictures while it's in the case. So guys, overall, my impression of this case is very, very nice case. Retailing for $230. Now keep in mind that these cases are handmade, so and they do produce a very low volume of these. They don't produce a ton of these, so they want to make sure every single one of them is perfect and that they're done as well as possible. So that's kind of where the high price goes. Would I pay $230 of my own money for this case? Probably not. I don't have money like that. But if you guys can't afford it and you are looking for a really nice quality case that will really grab people's attention, one of a kind, I would definitely recommend you guys checking this out, because the craftsmanship and the quality of this case is second to none. And they have tons of other options. If you don't want nickel, if you want black aluminum, if you want different types of wood, if you want even composite or different even types of materials and such, they have a bunch of different versions of this case. I'll throw up a couple pictures so you guys can see a couple of examples of this. But go over to EXOvault.com, their website, and you'll see lots of different examples of really cool cases. Some of them retailing for slightly more than $230, and actually some of them a little bit less. So there's lots of versions to pick from. Anyways, guys, that's it for me today. If you have any questions or comments on this case, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And I will see you guys in the next video review.